Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Thief Gold. In the last episode, Garrett continued to explore the Hand Brotherhood. This time, instead of one of the elemental towers, we explored, pretty sure, well, most of the things, if not everything, inside Mage Keep, the center area, with the exception of the very top of the center tower, which we need a special key to acquire. We learned that the key to that tower is currently being held in the fire tower, and it is being held there instead of the water key because the mages are no longer present in their tower. The center tower guards the earth rune, so we need to get to the fire tower, but we don't have a fire key. We have an air key at this moment, so we will have to go to the air tower first and get the fire key from there. Before we get going, though, let's take stock, or as we get going, let's look at what we've acquired so far. 2,282 worth of wealth. We still have our lockpicks. We have the air key. We have 3 other keys that we have picked up from the various mages and guards. Four healing potions.
You hear that?
64 broadhead arrows, 14 water arrows. I think we have 1 fire. We do. 20 moss arrows, 3 rope, and no noisemakers. The air tower is to the north of us here, so we'll need to get through this wall to get there.
Wind blows. Did you hear that? Fire burns. Water
The guards here are on really high alert at this moment.
I shall build shelters from the winds.
We haven't been in this
See the vast earth.
hedge maze yet, so we should probably explore it. At least a little bit of it before we get into the air tower. We're probably going back through that center area after exploring the tower,
Water flows.
which means that we should explore as much of outside first.
See the vast earth and burn eternal fires. Feel the countless waters. See the vast earth and burn in eternal fires.
He has a key on him as well, but I doubt it's to any of the doors. Well, we've actually opened up, I think, everything there is to open up, or the vast majority of it. There could be still more things in the central tower, so we're going to hold on to the keys we have rather than drop them. Rather well lit down here. That table has something that looks interesting.
A mystery presents itself. All is still.
A gas arrow.
I shall build shelters from the winds, view the countless waters, see the vast earth.
Is this a vision?
You don't get those very often in a mission. I should explain them before we go up the stairs. It'll give me a chance to wait for this mage to begin walking that way. Gas arrows fly like fire arrows do, straight. They do not arc, and will keep traveling until they hit something, to my recollection. They, upon striking a creature that requires breath, which is to say, not undead, will knock that creature out, no matter where the gas arrow explodes upon impact with them. I am not counting gas arrows, or later on, gas mines, towards the knockout limit for me in a mission. It's the number of blackjacks that I'm counting. Tile. Sounds like on this side of the door is very similar to the Earth Tower.
I shall build shelters from the winds, view the countless waters, see the vast earth, burn eternal fires.
There's stairs to the left and right of this door, and one mage patrolling there.
Wind blows, fire burns. I shall build shelters from the winds, see the countless waters, see the vast earth, burn eternal fires. Who troubles this place?
I see nothing on that mage's belt.
Sweet silence.
Speed potion. Very useful to have one of those. Might allow us to get away from mages if they see us from a distance.
Feel the countless waters, see the vast earth. What vision disturbs me? There is a strange presence here.
Really like the gemmed walls here. Very beautiful. Again, this seems like an obstacle course for Garrett to complete. And one that could be quite painful if we do this incorrectly. No place to use our rope arrows here, and tiled floors everywhere. Hopefully we won't have too many more air mages to sneak past. Falling from this height will kill us. I suppose these obstacle courses might be actually made not as a... Oh god! Oh no! Might not be made as an actual test. Might not mean as an actual test, but as a way for the mages to practice their art. Okay, I think this is our first death. So, because we died rather rather early, we're just going to try to get back there as quick as we can.
And people up above me get all the light and get all the favors, and I don't have anything to eat.
That guy sounds like he's upstairs. Okay, this is perfect for us to get back in the air tower.
Wind blows, fire burns. All is not still. All is still.
We'll need to wait for this guy to cross in that direction. Then we'll run over there and get that gas arrow.
I shall build shelters from the winds.
I suppose since I'm redoing a little bit of this, I'll talk a bit about how I'm playing the game. As you guys can see, or maybe not see, but I think you guys can, I have a good memory about where things are in these missions, having just completed them a few months ago. Some of these missions just a few weeks ago. But I'm going to act like I don't know where things are. As I feel that would be more appropriate, since Garrett doesn't know where they are.
From the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth, and burn in eternal fires.
Oh, that's interesting. He must have been stuck last time.
Who troubles this place?
Or he walks downstairs once, and then goes upstairs and walks around it once. That's gonna make getting to this tricky. Oh, there were two of them down there this time.
What vision disturbs me?
I don't really want a quick save yet. I think we can do this without it. It's going to be really tricky for me to time and judge the distances I'm supposed to jump. When I died earlier, that was because I did a running jump, not a walking jump. The moment I jumped, I realized my error. Although, we have to be a little careful. Sometimes the platforms go into these ledges. Which is a good way for you to get forced off of them. We don't hear any other mages, so at least these areas are unoccupied. We'll explore that one later. Or sooner, if the upper ledge ends up being a dead end. Or we die again. You can die if a platform lands on top of you, I believe. So we'll want to not do that. You can also die if this goes up into the ceiling, so we want to get off of this before that could possibly occur. Aren't very many air mages here. It's a good thing for us. Locked. And a difficult lock to pick. The air mages apparently like being very annoying. But this is just a slight hindrance. Fire key acquired. There must be a bit of cloud that the chest is on. I thought it might have been steam from the fire key. I've always thought the music for a thief is the atmospheric sounds that they play and have are extremely well done. The music here is very relaxing, and yet it also has that slight edge of danger to it with that horn we hear. Okay. So this was a dead end. Kind of. This actually, it's not at all a dead end, Tim. This leads back out to the center tower. Remember that we cannot hear any guards out here unless we are also out there. As luck would have it, looks like we're going to be able to sneak past both of these guards, similarly to the other two that we had snuck past earlier. Each hallway has, I believe, their own 2 patrols guarding it. This is not the same patrol. Okay. Well, with the fire key, we now need to go back to the fire tower. From what we've seen of the outside of that tower, it's made of metal. Funny story that happened to me this morning, which I'll relay once we get into the fire tower. It's very appropriate to share it, I think. Remember as well, everyone, that we have knocked out one mage so far, so we have one more blackjack remaining if we feel like we need to use it. And the gas arrow will let us knock out a third effectively, but of course we have to hit with it. The last time I had done this, I missed with the gas arrow, and it was against a servant who did not notice me. I immediately left, or began working towards the exit at that point. That was really embarrassing. Not sure which direction to take here to get to the fire tower. It's in the completely opposite side of where we're coming out from the garden from. I think we'll try going this way rather than pass through Mage Keep, through the entrance of Mage Keep, since we saw a guard on patrol earlier who looked like he might go out the main gate that way or patrol in this direction. I don't want to accidentally walk into him.
I shall walk the path till my return to the
Wind blows, fire burns, water flows.
I can't remember which direction the guard out here is facing. When he looks in that direction, good thing I remembered where those keys were and what they meant. This is the Earth Tower. That's our target there.
I shall build shelters from the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth, and burn in eternal fires.
You know, it occurs to me that the mages kind of disrespect air. They shall build shelters from the winds, they say, not like enjoying them, but protecting themselves from them. Feel the water, see the vast earth, and burn in eternal fire. Alright, well, the first tower is one that we tried. It's going to be second to last tower that we're entering.
Burn in eternal fires.
We can probably safely assume the fire tower looks very similar to the other towers in its entryway. A big open room, one mage just walking around there getting his nighttime exercise. A table on the left, maybe one on the right. probably well lit, is my guess as well. I'm gonna wait here till I hear that mage again. He's walking up towards this side of the door.
I shall build altars from the wind.
There is a disturbance. 'Twas a false vision.
Nothing in that corner. Assuming there was a table here, we'll want to search what's on it.
Is this a vision?
Sweet silence returns.
To Adept Al-Hayr, Lieutenant Scarl disobeyed Captain Reglio's specific orders and ventured into the Tower of Fire. Needless to say, he was ill prepared to deal with the trials of flame and lava that await all entrants. The charred corpse was brought to the laboratories, where it will be put to good use. The fire can cleanse us, but it is not for the commons. See to it that this incident serves as an example to others. Archmage Kamen Ramen.
The wind plays tricks with my senses. Is this a vision? All is still. Wind blows, fire burns, water flows. There is a disturbance. Nothing.
Metal. Sounds like something boiling as well. We should probably assume that this area also looks like the Air and Earth Towers, with some sort of pedestal going around the, like this, a floor up, not really a floor, but going around an upper level.
I shall build shelters from the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth, and burn in eternal fires.
I shall build shelters from the winds. Feel the countless waters. See the vast earth.
That's extremely swift-moving lava, so I don't think it is. I don't know what this would be, though. Fire water? Uh-oh. It looks like that the pedestal, the platform, does not go all the way around, though, up here this time. Wow, we can't really hide at all. That's interesting. Notice the floor in some places, and thankfully, by the way, this mage doesn't look like he will be able to come up here. Or at least not without flying or levitation, which we haven't seen the mages do. interesting, the ground there and what it's doing. We can probably make the assumption that this is heating up. We have 13 water arrows left. I think we're going to put out that fire. I'm a little worried it's going to be too bright for us as we attempt to get over this. But we don't want to do so too close to the mage, or he will become suspicious. You don't want to be on these when they light up. They are heating up significantly. This morning, when I woke up, I was so tired. Tim. Okay. That, I put in my morning breakfast, which is usually a bagel, into the oven. Took a shower, got out of the oven. 8 minutes later, reached in to get my bagel out of the oven, and I had forgot that it's an oven. You should be wearing a glove when you reach into the oven, especially when it was set to 350 degrees. I managed to grab the metal in the oven before I realized what I had stupidly done. And I badly scorched my hand. Some blisters and burns on it. Nothing that I will need to go to the doctor for, thankfully, but a good reminder that I should be a little more cautious. Jumping on metal makes a significant amount of noise, so we're going to want that there to help us get across this. Once that metal plate cools down, we'll make a run for it. Probably could have leapt onto it from there. I am not confident we can make that jump. I don't think we can. Thankfully, healing potions can cure blistered feet. I think that's the sound of a mage below us.
All is still. I shall build shelters from the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth, and burn in eternal fires.
There's some stone up ahead. You don't always have to be so careful.
I shall build shelters.
We could knock out this mage to help us here. Good, but hopefully we didn't have to do that. any mage, any guard, servant, mage, human that I don't have to knock out means that I get to save that for perhaps a more important target later.
I shall walk the path until my return to the eternal fire.
We should probably wait here until he comes back this way. It'll give us a chance to also time him, as it were.
I shall walk the path until my return to the eternal fire.
Oh, there's a small room there. It's probably where we're supposed to go. But I think the one mage is coming back.
Earth shakes, water flows.
Actually, there's a passage up ahead to the right as well. And we didn't really need to put out that torch. I could have stayed lit. Uh-oh. Some fire arrows. Not the most useful thing for us. We know he doesn't come down the stairs. Or we would have seen him enter the room earlier.
I shall walk the path until my return to the eternal fire.
This won't be so bad. He comes back in this room. We can race around the corner there. I'm gonna use another, actually. And let's wait here. When he enters the room and begins walking that way, that will give us the most time possible to race around that corner. And hopefully the distance will let us walk on the metal as opposed to crawling along it. I'm assuming, of course, he enters, goes straight to the center, and then out to the right, and as opposed to walking towards us. We didn't quite remember. How he walked in here. He also has a long patrol. can't tell where that is. I'm getting to this corner.
Wind blows, fire burns, water flows, sea vast earth.
burn eternally.
The crystals will make this area annoying. How many fire mages are patrolling this area, I wonder? So we see one so far. I don't hear any others. Oh, I see another one. Okay, so there are two. Interesting. The mage that was downstairs comes up here very briefly. Assuming the second mage is the same patrol as this one,
I shall
he
walk
will knock him out
till I return
to make this a bit easier for us. He's a fire mage. We've seen them walking in the flames before. We could possibly leave him... Well, he probably still has to breathe, so dropping him into the liquid... we see is probably not a wise idea. Interesting. He saw his brother briefly there.
Is still.
This will be bad if
I
he
shall
notices
walk
him.
the path to my
It'll make it more
return
exciting for
to
us,
eternal
though.
fire.
My plan will be to follow him up those stairs.
To my return to the eternal fire.
There is a disturbance. The wind plays tricks with my senses. A mystery presents itself.
Sweet silence returns. Wind blows, fire burns, flows, shakes. Was a false vision. Wind blows, fire burns, water flows, earth shakes.
I've always assumed that Garrett's eyesight is amazingly good as well. Gifted, or trained to be such by the Keepers. Perhaps magically augmented in some way. Given that we can see in darkness kind of fine. Or easier than most of our... the people we were trying to sneak past.
All is not still.
That's him seeing his brethren again.
All is still.
I shall build shelters from the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth and burn eternal fires.
mystery presents itself. Sweet silence returns.
Uh-oh. He'll be here very soon, and that was not the key we needed. That was a healing potion, which is appreciated.
Wind blows, fire burns, water flows, earth shakes.
Now, note that the sound is not at all deadened in this room.
I shall build shelters from the wind.
He will hear you walking around here, even though you shut the door. This is true especially for this part. These tiles must be magically heated and cooled. Since they are no longer hot very quickly after they begin to fade. The light begins to fade.
Now for the talisman.
That's him seeing his brethren again.
The wind plays tricks with my senses.
We will need now to get back there, though.
From the wind.
It would be best for us to wait for him to actually pass by us here first,
Eternal fire.
so we have the most time to get back down there. There's no other exit, obviously, from the tower, as we are higher up than the battlement to the central keep. The door to which we saw when we first arrived on this floor level, or this, I don't know what to call it. Let's take stock of our supplies while we're waiting. The treasure key. The 3 normal keys that we found a long time ago. Well, we find some of them, we pickpocket them. 4 healing potions as well. A speed potion now. 2,282 worth of wealth. Still have 64 broadhead arrows, 8 water arrows, 5 fire, 9 moss, 1 gas, and 3 rope. We have knocked out 2 mages, so we're not allowed to blackjack. Oh, we blackjacked 2 mages, we're not allowed to blackjack anymore.
See the vast earth burn in eternal fires. I shall walk the path until my return to eternal fire.
So it sounds like, based on the note we read here, this entire place is a trial.
There is a disturbance. All is still.
I shall walk the path until my return to the eternal fire.
Sweet silence returns. Wind blows, fire burns, water flows, earth shakes.
We either are the luckiest thief in existence, or the guards seem to be paid to wait until that door opens, until they walk down the hallway here. They're also walking at the same speed. That's interesting. Eight old men up in a tower. 8 old men, only one with power. Turn away from the hand with the sword. Count 7. Then claim your reward.
It's true he has returned. We must be ready. Rough waters lie ahead.
Many will not survive.
We must try to redirect the current. Try as we might to prepare for its arrival.
Dry and dead is much of the city. The sun will oppose and the conflict will end in flames.
It's the way of things. Civilizations will burn into the earth so that it may give life to the next.
Winds of progress always head towards the grave.
Soon, young apprentice, you shall grasp the truth of it.
Wind blows, fire burns, earth shakes, water flows.
Let's stay here until we know what these guys' patrols are. So at this point, I will also quickly mention that I have no clue how you're supposed to know which of these is the correct talisman based on that puzzle that you're proposed down below. There are 8 talismans up here. Only one of them is the correct one. I've never been able to figure it out. And so after trial and error, the very first time I was up here, after I clicked on it every single wrong talisman first and died, I've learned that the obvious talisman is the real one. It's obvious which one it is to me, based on the fact that these mages stop in front of it for a few seconds. Okay. With the path now created, though, we should probably take a peek around and see if there's anything else for us to steal here first. I believe this mage is behind the other one a little more, so it would be better to follow him. Ooh, but this is going to be very tricky all the same.
The winds are not at peace.
Some strange artwork is here.
Wind blows, fire burns, earth shakes, water flows.
All is not still.
What vision disturbs me? Sweet silence returns.
everyone. That's all the treasure that's up here. At least around that. I don't see anything else either, except the talismans. So, let's get it. Won't take them long to realize that the rune was stolen. Let's get out of the mage keep before they begin really searching for us. I don't want to be here when it's on high alert.
Who's there? Who said that?
Assuming these two follow the same path, then the sword one's coming next. Why don't we make this a little easier for us? Because the timing is going to be tricky. We'll be waiting around a lot. And I don't feel like waiting. The archer came from this direction, which means the other guard is likely coming back from this direction. This is perfect. We'll have the most time possible to see what's up ahead of us. We remember that we learned that there is an entrance to the city somewhere through the sewer system, which connects to the mage towers here. To read these words is to know pain. To know pain is to live in fear. To fear is to travel the false path. You must face your fear to see the truth. The truth is that there is no pain. To know this truth is to walk the enlightened path. The Book of Paths, 613. I don't know if I agree with that. There is absolutely pain. It's what makes the good things in life worth remembering when you're not in it. Archer. Wouldn't mind knowing how he patrols. If he goes downstairs, that's fantastic. Then we can go down those stairs. If he walks past us, we'll just stay in the shadow here. I somehow doubt we will need these other keys.
Hey, what was that? Stopped.
Not that way. Speed potion time.
This looks like the way out. That'll come in useful.
It'll come useful right now, Garrett, as opposed to later. Hey, everyone, right? We did it! Mage Tower's completed. We died once. The first time I think we've died in the series so far. Embarrassing, but it was bound to happen. And, well, to be honest, I'm glad it did. Having deaths in a playlist reminds you viewers that I am just a mortal person after all, and I like keeping them in because it also shows that, or it doesn't show what is likely to happen as I go forward in the adventure. If I never died, you would assume, probably rightfully so, that I won't record myself if I die. And I don't want that. I want every single mission to be suspenseful, so that we don't know if Tim's going to make it past some of the more difficult parts in the game. In any case, I'm babbling. Let's see what our stats were. We left 300 loot somewhere in there. Where on earth is it? I have no clue. I do not know where this could be. Must be another room somewhere we didn't search. Maybe it's on a few guards, belt pouches or something. There might be something else in the kitchen I might have missed also. Sorry, the big dining room. We just ran through that really quickly. And maybe there's something else in there. Anyway, still very good. Only 2 blackjacks. Knocked out that third guard to make things easier for us to escape. Good. Alright, everyone. So I'll stop here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.